The biggest update in here is going to be probably the grape. So we moved the potatoes that were all up in here. We moved them up against a duck fence. So there's all the potatoes. Still going strong, flowering, and everything. We have the blackberry guy over there. The bok chow right here. Finally, the rabbit left it alone so it can grow. And we got chamomile, we got romaine lettuce, romaine marigolds. I know there's been a few videos that I've showed how the marigolds have just taken a beating, but the good thing is they just keep coming back. I mean, even if, let's say, this guy goes down, you've got all these buds that will come through, so they keep ticking there. All that is nasturtium right there, spinach, pineapple, mint, sage. I actually bought another mint today, spearmint. Marigold, let's see, chamomile, dill. This is like a salad lettuce mix. I don't know if on camera you can see this, but well, I'm colorblind. This is red, I think. It's a mixture of lettuces. Very soft, kind of velvety feeling, kind of. Then we have parsley, dill, kale. And these are our cherry tomatoes. Doing really good. Finally caged them. Doing good. This is gonna be the most tomatoes we've had. Actually, this is gonna be the most crop that we've had, period. It was just done wrong in the past. My mom just did, you know, whatever she learned and whatever they figured out. But I've just researched it. That's the only reason that it's done so well, is I've just done research. I don't have years of experience with this. So these are the strawberries. What I'm going to do is, I'm not going to let them spread. As you see, they're shooting shoots right here. In fact, if you look over here, it shot a shoot here, and it's already a plant. And a plant, and a plant. So when it does this, I'm actually going to I might let a few stay on the sides, but I'm going to actually transplant them and put them places. And I may have extra. I might, you know, give a couple out. They spread sort of like a weed, but just not as fast. A weed meaning you don't really require much effort, it just spreads. These are way better, 100 times better than our traditional strawberries. I think it could be due to a lot of things. The soil, I think mainly is what it is, because they're way over there and they're just in regular dirt. We've had them for a few years, but you kind of have to put a little bit of sugar on them to get their juices going and like that. These, you can eat them plain and they taste so sweet. So these are a favorite. The eggplant is trying. This is a hot weather climate, or I would say full sun and have good sun, but it's doing well. It almost died on us, but this heat that we've been having has actually made that grow. I'll come back to the tomatoes. This is the greens bed. As you can see, it's quite full. This is all romaine lettuce. Those are the nasturtiums now. These are the first ones I planted, and they're about over a foot tall. This section I use for duck food. It's arugula. Not many people at this household like it, so this will get used. I put a couple in salads, but I give this to the ducks, which is fine because I grow a little extra greens for that reason. This is the black-seeded Simpson, which is now getting eaten by rabbits. This is that same salad mix, the red. This one has a cool this. This is a really dark color, red, purple, whatever. This is lettuce. This stuff's good. I put this lettuce, greens with the black-seeded Simpson, and I make like a Caesar salad. Back there we have more leaf lettuce. We have a really dark lettuce right here. Dark red. And a lot more romaine lettuce. Now if you remember, this was all spinach. And this was like the first thing we had in the garden, and it just saw its time and had to be pulled. So with the square foot gardening, the traditional garden, usually you get a crop and most people don't do anything after that, especially if they like get ransacked by disease or fungus. But in this method, as soon as you pull something out, you just replant it. So I've gotten some more spinach. So these 3 rows right here that had spinach and I pulled out yesterday are gonna get planted again with spinach. And then right here, we have some more stuff coming in. More greens. All right, so the grape, basically it's, all I did was I put some fence post here. Probably kind of hard to see the wire and a fence post over there. And then there's a wire right here. I think this is actually electrical fence wire, but I'm all about not buying anything if I don't have to. So I use that. I might put something stronger there, but for now that's what I'm going to use. So there's a few methods to do with grapes. The easiest way, the one I'm doing that promotes the fastest growth, is you get your grape, and if you let it go a little bit, it's going to have a couple shoots that go lateral. It'll go up, and then one will go this way, one will go this way. You're going to pick which one's the strongest one, and you're going to keep that one. And then if you look at the video, I'll roll in a video clip maybe, and if I do, it'll be right in here. You'll see how I clipped the weaker of the vines. So once you clip that, you take this and you put a little bamboo stake in there, or any other stake. This is like a tomato stake, it's like plastic. And then you can tie it in various places to hold it against it. And then you tie it straight up. So I know on the other videos you saw this one going sideways. So you take it, you bend it up, and you reach it up, and you want it to go to the horizontal trellis. If it can't reach, I ran another wire down, all the way down, so it's going to climb up anyways. So what you want to do is you want this to climb all the way up, and once it grabs, it's kind of your job for that year. Then you're going to let that stay. Then the next year, you're going to allow it to send off a few shoots, and then you're going to pick the 2 strongest ones, and then one you're going to take that way, and one you're going to take that way. So, but this year, you just want to do this. And the reason you do that, you're going to trim off any lateral going shoots. And because you're doing that, it's putting all its energy into one vine. So it's just going to shoot straight up. And if you do this particular way, you actually can shave off about a year's worth in time of growth. You'll take off if you do it another way, it'll take longer. So the first year is not getting grapes. The first year is about getting a good solid base, a good strong vine in the beginning for your grapes. So that's what we're doing. All right, lastly, the tomatoes. So this one was a single stem, but it wouldn't listen, and so it decided to do its own thing, like my boys. But so I just went with it and roped this side up. These are doing, most of these, there's one cherry tomato, but most of these are big tomatoes. So nothing really going on here, but I will show you some tomatoes. Let's see if I can find them. There we go. So there's some back here. There's a few right here. And if you can see these buds, there's like a whole row, kind of like a straight line. So tomatoes, 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 and then a bunch of the buds. And they're all over. I mean, I don't want to bore you with showing a tomato, but they're all over. And that's cherry tomatoes. And then hiding over here, there we go. Here's a regular tomato, regular size. So, and there's another one coming in right there. So that's the update. Greens are doing outstanding. I'm already getting ready to start on the second cycle of greens. The marigolds are still doing their job. This garden is doing well. I've been side dressing with a complete organic fertilizer, working on the second wave of lettuce. The corn is now planted and coming up. The broccoli is now, you're able to see it growing. Head lettuce is coming. The onions are just about ready. Tomatoes are doing good. The grape is actually set up and ready to go.